So we're going to be on the floor today, working very much into terms of stability. Stability would require the core and great foundation, great connection, great grounding to be able to be steady and stable. And then from that steadiness and stability, then it is possible to move. It's not the first time I'm saying that. It's a principle that is so important. I have a blanket as a reminder if you are someone who has sensitive wrists or gentle, like the knee is a bit sensitive as well. We are going to be on all four for quite a while, okay? So it might be worthwhile to take a blanket too, if the wrists and ankles are troubling you. Blanket to be for the knee, okay? Or your blanket can be for your wrist. Let me remind you that if it's for the wrist, you just put half of so the heel of your hands back to the root of your thumb onto the blanket, and the rest of the fingers actually on the ground. So you need to adjust the blanket so that you feel nice and steady and stable. There is no slippery, okay? And then you press the fingers into the floor, and that's to alleviate the weight into the wrist, okay? So instead of having a flexion, deep flexion, as we have when we are on all four, you are slightly diverging the angle. So your angle is not a 45 degrees or 90 degrees anymore, it's slightly lower. So that's for the technicality. So I'll let you be the judge of whether you need one blanket, two blankets, or no blanket at all. All right, that much said, let's go back up. And we're gently going to come into embracing ourselves. So my hand went straight into cupping my heart. I didn't place my hand. So see, not only where you place your hand, but the how. How have I placed my hands on myself? So the where and how, leading you to, oh, what is it that you need? So the hands being a manifester here of something that is needed. So as I said, I went to cup my hands. So I created a little bowl to actually hold my heart. And maybe because I talk about the word embrace. So wherever your hands have flown to and landed, noticing and connecting from this point. Noticing what it's all about. What are the sensations and the emotion, the feelings as you give yourself this touch. And then when you have your answer, allow then for your attention to travel through the whole of your body, coming into presence with all that you are, from the very tip of your toes to the last strand of your hair on your head, but not only on your head, on your arms, your legs, maybe a few of them floating somewhere else on the belly. And releasing the jaws coming and landing into a full presence. And this practice is about being awake, alert, and awaken. Okay, so we're going to use the AAA, we're going to do the battery. Okay. And actually awake, alert, and aware. Awake, alert, and being there, yeah, alert, awake, alert, and aware. Where are you in the body? Towards the tip of your toes, still in the front body, engaging with me at head level, and your soul just traveling down into the back. Big breath in, expanding the arms, lining up, arms to shoulder, and rising to the ceiling, exhaling, falling forward, hands in Anjali Mudra. Knees are bending, head is dropping, and inhaling, exhaling. So let's do that a few more times. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling. And noticing for yourself here, are you rising with a half, with a forward fold, like are you just, or with the spine just doing one, or and then coming down the same way, or are you using your spine and rolling and unrolling the spine, or a bit of both? What is your strategy here? Noticing, I have mine, I'm aware of it. So I'm inviting you here to be aware of your own. Am I using my spine? Am I using my hold? Noticing for yourself on the up and down. Okay, and then stopping this movement, hands at heart level, and opening up, giving that chest. Oh, we need to bring that light. And allow the hands to express the being forward and across. And bring it back. Forward and across. And bring it back. Last one. Inhaling and exhaling. Beautiful. And then we need to move the rib cage. So rib cage, so not the hips. The hips are going to want to go natural. Actually, let's move the hips first. So you have the movement of the hips. Okay, because they want to express themselves. So moving the pelvic bone from side to side, and side to side, side to side. Good. Pubic and tailbone forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. Okay, now circle. Okay, so that moves both together, pubic to the side, to the tailbone to the side, in one direction, planting your feet into the ground, sensing, feeling the weight transfer. Remember? Awake, alert, and aware, and across on the side. Using your breath to smooth out the movement, to find your own rhythm through breath, leading the movement into a dance. I breathe my movement. I breathe my movement. Beautiful. And release. Now we're going to go to this rib cage, and we just push it from side to side. So you see the way I place my hand is to help myself to become awake and alert and aware of this part of my body that really doesn't often move. So moving the rib cage is removing the lungs and the heart that are really protected, I don't want to say entrapped, protected into the rib. And it's those intercostal muscles. And then feeling the attachment of the diaphragm. So you're expanding on one side. Okay, so expansion means contraction somewhere in the body. Okay, so feeling it a few more times. And then we're going to go from sternum, which is pretty much here. You can go and poke it, and center of between my shoulder blades, forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. Here we touch into the part of the spine that moves the least. The degree of movement between those thoracic vertebrae is minimal. So don't be surprised if you're not going too far in the back. And we're going to circle what we did with our hips. Step, sternum point, across to the back, across, sternum point, across to the back, across. And I'm holding my hips so my hips doesn't lead. Do not lead the movement. All right, we're going to reverse. You can hold your ribcage as well. And stay there. So once you know you have the circle from the ribcage is moving, go inside the ribcage and connect to the organs, vital organs that keeps us alive. Heart and lungs. And reverse again your direction with intention to really feel the expansion in the back of your lungs. Come to the side, forward, and feel the heart nested between those two powerful lungs. And it's rubbing. It's basically, if you look at the size of your cage, beautiful, and release. And come into mountain pose. And breathing into those two spaces that we have awakened. The big pelvic bowl with its womb. And the ribcage with the heart and the lungs. And the last thing we're going to do in connection with those two is to align them, okay? So that I sit with my ribcage on top of my pelvic floor. So there's a nice alignment that makes it really easy to stand. So finding that for yourself, and sometimes finding this, it would be by going into places that we know we are not aligned. See where the relationship is disrupted, you know? Discover that for yourself. Okay, we said awake, alert, and aware. Okay? And come and realign. So the lower part of your ribcage is mirroring with the iliac crest, which is the very top of your pelvic halves. Beautiful. And then just picking up the feet and bringing one heel down and then the next one. And as you keep going these movements, start circling the arms. Circling, circling, and I'm circling back. You might have started forward, that's okay, because we're going to go into the other direction anyway. And just speed it up, just speed it up. And then slow down and change the movement. And begin speeding it up. Sing. Just shaking the head as no, 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 no. Yes, 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 yes. No, 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 no. Yes, 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 yes. Holding the wrist, we're going to go down. So I'm trying to engage the whole of the body before going down. And then I interlace fingers, palms up. and this way. Okay, so keep doing this movement of out and in, and then just pick up the left foot, and you see what I have done, my sole of the foot is up, and I'm stretching the part, lengthening the part in the front of my ankles here. Beautiful. And then reversing, opposite foot. And you can bend your knees. If you bend your knees, you'll find a bigger lengthening, a bigger foot. It might be for you, it might not be for you. So if you're sensitive, that might be enough. If you're happy with it, you might go all the way. Noticing for yourself, or in and out, and release. Good. Okay, let's go to the floor from there. Coming onto my knees. Remembering the use of the blanket if you need to. Coming on all four. I'm going to roll and go down and roll. So once I'm rolled, it's my head going down first. My elbow bends a little bit. I go down and I come back. When I come back, begin to roll from the lower back all the way to the neck. And down. And 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 that's it. So here, from the start of the class, I didn't realize it, I do now. We are flossing the body. We're using connective tissues. With this movement, you might be starting to tire on your arms. Last one. Beautiful. I'll show you the next movement. We're going to go nice and wide. Okay, so nice and wide for the arms. And your knees can be just underneath your hip bone. Okay, or slightly out. You're going to decide for yourself with the movement what's possible. Then you look at your left hand and you go down towards your left hand and you come back. And right hand. And come back. And left hand. And come back. Keep at it. And pause when you need to pause. So in the silence, find your movement. Okay. Now, when you go across, when you go down to one hand, round up to come back up, across, and extension. And round up, and come back. Last one. And last one to the opposite hand. And release the hands. Place your palms facing the ceiling. And then give yourself a little whisker. Releasing tension. Okay, come and sit with my two legs on one side. And then we're going to open and close, open and close, open, close, open, close. Last one. And then pass your legs to the front, to the side. Okay? A bit of mobility work here for the hips. And then pick it up and down. Keep going with the wrist. 2, 3, 4, maybe another 1 or 2. That is it. Coming back with the mobility work to the front. Super. Then bend again to come up and going back onto the floor. Okay, so one movement that we know and we've done recently actually. So coming to stack up, nice alignment of both hands to elbow, to shoulder, feet to knee, knee to hips. Nice neutral spine. We slide the left arm and we pick it up. And down and back in. We did that last week. And 3. And 4. We're going to change arms. And starting counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. With the left arm, same work, but to the side. We're sliding out to the side. Pick it up, down, and come back. Slide, pick it up, down, come back. In the meantime, the rest of the body is stable and steady. Opposite hand, out, and lift. Out, come back. So inhale all the way up, exhale all the way down. Remember to engage the tip of your fingers, not to stay onto the wrist. Good. And then we need to go across. Left arm goes across and lift, down, come back. Inhale across and up, down, to back. Last one. And opposite side. Across, lift. Slide on the floor as long as you can. Don't lift too early. The magic is in the sliding, not so much in the lift. Beautiful. And release. We're going to go into forearms onto the floor. You can place the palms of the hand together. Should you interlace, don't tighten the grip. So I said place the hands together is better to stop creating tension in the shoulder and in the neck. And we're going to extend our legs. And hold the pose. Stand your heel toward the wall behind you. Really strong engagement of the legs. And hold the pose. Hold the pose. And I'm going to drop one knee at a time. Left knee, right knee, left and right. Left and right, left and right. Pose anytime you need. You need to pose, you pose, and you come back. And stop the walking of the knees. Keep holding the low plank. Press the forearm into the floor to bring yourself back up. Both knees together. Drop, come back. And drop, come back. A 3. A 4. 4 more. 2 more. Last one. Beautiful. Hold, hold, hold. And gently drop. Coming all the way. Forehead can rest on the mat. Okay, take your arms in front of you. Listen to the heartbeat. Feel the expansion of the lungs as you breathe in, expansion and contraction. Okay, we're going to lengthen and reach with our left arm. Still on the floor. Extend as much as you can. And then we're going to lift it. And reach, reach, reach when you're on the floor. When you're as far as you can go, lift it up. Two more. In and up. Exhale down. Reach, reach, reach. Breathe in and lift. And we're applying the same experience. Actually, if you put your arm beside you, in front, oh, sorry, not beside you, side to side, looking at them, noticing whether your left arm is much longer than your right arm now. Okay, and coming back. Alignment, shoulder, elbow, wrist, tip of the finger. Walk, 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 walk on the right side this time, and lift. Down. Yeah, walk, 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 walk. Lift. Exhale down. Keep at it. Don't miss a step. Crawl on the floor, then fly. And down. Yes. Beautiful. Okay, taking our legs, and we're just going to lift the left leg, and we're going to lift the right arm. And bring it down. Head can mirror the movement of your limbs, so the head can lift with the two limbs, and down. Next one. Opposite side. Remember to lengthen the limbs. You're still reaching before lifting. Okay, take your, let me think what I want to do. Now, let's go up. Find your pubic bone and just lengthen the torso here. Squeeze the glutes. Don't put too much pressure in the lower back. So you might have your knee, elbows bent, and that's okay. Okay, and move forward onto all fours, sit towards your heel, and come back to all fours. We're going to do work. So I have two versions of it. One version is the knee stays on the floor, the other one we're going to the plank, and we're going to do crossing. So the arms will go across, 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 across. Okay, so let's see. We're going to start, all of us, with the knees. Now you can walk your knees away, okay, to engage more core. And then we're just going to go right hand to left shoulder, left hand to right shoulder. Right hand, left hand. Right hand, left hand. Okay? So you might be happy staying here, and that might be enough work. You might chance, if you there wants to stay on your knees, you might try to see if you can extend your knees, walk your knees a little bit further away. Or you can come high plank and step and step. Okay, so if we step, The tendency, I've just done it, that's why I want to speak of it, would be to roll the torso. No, okay? The body stay parallel to the mat and steady. Only the hands move. That's it. Keep breathing. Pause whenever you want. And relax. Beautiful. All right. Coming back to sit this way. Okay? Picking up that hip again. And, and, and up. Pause. In your time. Going where you can go with that movement. The knee doesn't have to go all the way to the floor. Last one. Coming back. Good. So last one for the hips. We did it with a block. Imagine there is a block. We're going to go over the block, over the block. 3, 4. If that's the lift is too much, you could be here. Open and close. As you do this movement, keep your optimal alignment. And nothing moves above that hip bone. That hip joint, but we say it's not a bone. And across, so you can be here. You can pick it up, 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 or slide. And beautiful. Taking knees into your chest. Roll the torso so that your forehead goes towards your knees. And breathe here. Breathe into the belly. And that will push it into the back belly. And coming up. We're going to go back to standing up. Again, in the strategy that's good for you. Doesn't matter. Okay? And we're going to go back to our circle of the hips and the heart. Again, 2 seconds. I have an issue with my okay. We're going to be, because we've done a lot of what I call flossing on the connective tissue. So you know what we're going to do now. We're going to go straight into the circle. Big bone to the side, tailbone to the side. And noticing after the flossing that we did and the strengthening, the connection within the body, especially between upper body and lower body. Does it have reverse the circle? Good. And then release the pelvic circle, and we're going to go into the chest one of the ribcage, starting sternum. You can still press your hand. And I'm interested more about this one, about that awake, alert, and aware. Is it easier to move that ribcage? After the work we've done. And changing direction. And release and letting it all go. Inhaling and only exhale. The deepest flexion you can do. So round up your back. As if you were a little snail entering into your shell, creating a spiral, an inner spiral. Breathing, so coming back to your navel, and you round up around it. It's a visualization here. Oh, deep round back. Breathe into the back body. Picture really the spiral that you see on the shell of a snail. Beautiful. And we're going to unwind now. Again, we're retracing our steps. Finishing in our own time, in the center. That memory radiation we talked about last week. Going back. Taking your time. Taking your time, there's really no rush. My belly button is still tucked in here. It will be the last thing to be released today. Keep it tucked in, keep it tucked in. As much, keep it tucked in, tucked in. We are doing the spiral fully. And release it. Standing in your mountain pose. Steady, stable. And at the same time, awake, alert, and aware of all that is within me and around. In your own time, stepping off your mountain pose and going towards what feels nurturing for you to finish today's practice.